the judge want another look at it.
So let's take a look at Sorensen. Let's focus on Sorensen a little bit more this time. Kind of a straight line approach following Dean. You can see he's also e-braking along with Dean. I think Dean is kind of okay here after watching it for the third time. It looks like he did e-brake pull for a long period of time. Then he gets off. A little bit of an e-brake again, right at inside clip number 1.
Yeah, here's a different angle.
And then back on throttle. Now we'll look at Dean's right rear. The e-brake. He's going to let it off. He's going to unwind it right about there. And I think he does another little tap right there. And then he's back on throttle. And it looks like
Brandon
Sorensen was just coming in. I mean, I wouldn't fault Sorensen for that. Like, oh, you did a bad job.
No.
It's just this is a crazy entry here. And you really need to have kind of a fine-tooth comb approach with each competitor, because the differences in initiation, whether it's an Osbo using one side of the course going to the next,
right,
straight line approach, long e-brake pull, like there's just so many things that you have to adjust to because we don't constrain the drivers on their initiation approach.
And you got to think how much track time Dean has had here at Road Atlanta compared to Brandon. I mean, he's got proper angle, and Brandon
He was just
coming in hot.
He was just starting to get on throttle. And I could see the judges saying maybe Dean is getting on throttle a little bit late. You don't see the apparent smoke until after the inside clip, but his wheels were definitely moving. And I think you could probably say he was getting on throttle there. But yeah, this is a tough one.
Oh boy, we got Nick Fosekis. He's texting me some things right now. Our director's making claims right now. What do we got, Cam? Okay. All right, Nick Fosekis on the building, tuning in, watching. Hashtag FDATL at Formula D on IG. A lot of info just streaming in, coming in. Dean Kearney, Brandon Sorensen. And that sun drops. It gets brisk, and I really think that's going to play another role as far as a variable for these drivers. And Dean, he was notably one that said, I've been driving on the same tires for 10 years, and now I got to change them? You know, like.
That was pretty good. You went halfway on that.
Yeah, I didn't go full on.
Yeah.
I didn't go full on. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a tough one, Jared. I mean, I think, the judges are now ready to speak to us, so let's go ahead and open up their mics and see what they have to say.
Yeah, this is a really tough one, guys. It comes down to our momentum map, and this year we're pretty lucky that we actually made it on an actual aerial shot of this track. The momentum map ends right at inside clip number 1, and we had to watch over and over again to see when Dean pulled that handbrake the second time, and it looks like, to me personally, it was before inside clip 1, and he was back on throttle at the clip. We say the absolute latest point in time you can get back on throttle is at the inside clip, and it looks like he was just back on throttle, and Sorensen got on throttle and kind of got into him. So it depends how the other judges are going to look at it. We analyzed it independently while we talked about it. I think we have different opinions on what occurred, but we'll see how they put their votes in. So there are a few different ways that can go. Sorensen got an incomplete in his lead by going off the track there, and now it's down to, is this Dean's fault, Sorensen's fault, or shared fault on this one? And that determination will determine how we go forward from here.
Well, it does look like 2 out of the 3 of you are decided. We just got the last judge's
survey
vote, so here we go.
Yeah. So Dean Kearney, there it is. So Dean Kearney gets the win, and it was not unanimous. So Brian Egger and Ryan Lontaine say Dean Kearney. So elaborate, if you will. Chris went against the grain here and said one more time.
Yeah, he believed that second handbrake pull was the one that did it for Dean. That